Now this new kind of cricket takes courage to stick it. There's bruises and fractures galore. After kissing their wives and ensuring their lives, batsmen fearfully walk out to score. With a prayer and a curse, they prepare for the hearse. Undertakers look on with broad grins. Oh, they'd be a lot calmer in Ned Kelly's armour when Larwood the Wrecker begins.
I wanted 3 or 4 wickets to beat Morris State's record. So I got the first wicket down, and I must have been exerting myself a bit more because I broke a bone in my foot. Well, it wasn't actually broke, it's something that's all there, all squeezed up. And I fell down and I got up and he said to me, he says, you'll have to finish the over, Harold. I said, I can't, skipper. He says, you'll have to. I said, look, I can't walk or run about. He said, we'll have to finish the over.
And here we had one of the dramatic cameos of the whole series when Bill Woodfull, of all people, was at the other end. And he acknowledged that Larwood was a bruised and battered warrior, and he treated him kindly.
All Larwood could do, apparently, was to stand at the crease and roll his arm over. And he said, I thought to myself, well, here's 5 fours. And Dad just patted the ball gently back to Larwood and refused to take advantage. Larwood said that that's the sort of sportsman that Bill Woodfull was.
So I said, right, then, well, I said to the skipper, I said, right, I can go then now, can't you? He says, no. I said, can't go up? He says, no. I said, look, skipper, I said, I can't run, I can't hardly walk. He says, well, you've got to stop. It's a good cover point. Now that, as you know, it's the worst position on the field. Where, I mean, you're running left, you're running right. So I said, I can't run after him. He said, all right, let somebody else run after him, and off he went. So I had to go to cover point. But Jardine told me afterwards, he said, I couldn't let you go up, Harold. He said, the psychological effect on Bradley, so I didn't want Don to know the seriousness of your injury. And that was the last ball I ever bowled in Australia. So I had to have operation when I got back home.
Fortunately for Harold Larwood, Don Bradman was dismissed shortly afterwards, and the pair of them then walked off. Jardine said, you can go now, Harold. And they walked off, of course, without speaking to each other or acknowledging each other. And there you had the 2 key characters of the Bodyline series leaving the arena shortly before the close of this extraordinary series.
Hammond hits a 6. And the last stroke has been played in the 1932-33 Test matches. There is a sparse attendance of spectators for the finish of the 5th Test, and no big scenes when Hammond and Wyatt make their way back to the pavilion. When the MCC sailed for Australia, who would have predicted that England would win 4 out of the 5 tests, making the total victories 51 each? Who would have given Bradman an average of only 56 runs an innings? This series of tests will be remembered as Larwood's. His leg theory bowling has been the subject of bitter controversy. But if his success with express deliveries, apart altogether from any question of leg theory, has the effect of encouraging strong young bowlers to put their faith in speed, cricket generally should benefit. The biggest factor in England's triumph has been Larwood's mastery of Bradman, and he got him again in the final test, when the young wizard had scored 48 out of 64. The Australian crowds have been outspoken in their criticism of the leg theory, but let us hope that Larwood will not persist in his intention never to play in Australia again.